Today on the final episode of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, we're starting all over. It's not the final episode anymore. Time for me to play through the entire game again. Get ready for another 14 videos. Here we go. New Game Plus, baby. Nah, I'm just kidding. I already played this game twice during the recording because of the New Game Plus stuff, but we'll get to that. For now, look at this. In the Encore version, there's an option to toggle glasses on or off for Tsubasa. Right as you're creating a new file, they're like asking you the difficulty, very important RPG stuff. It's like, oh, do you want to play on normal? Do you want to play on hard, lunatic? And then they're like, right after, do you want Tsubasa to wear glasses? If someone just picked up this game without knowing anything, they'd be like, who the f*** is Tsubasa? Why am I being asked if she wants to wear glasses? Like, what? But it's fine. I never brought this up in the series because Tsubasa canonically doesn't wear glasses. It's just from scrapped concept art of her. I prefer her with glasses personally because she do be a cutie with glasses on. I mean, she a cutie without glasses on. But I kept them off for the series because that's technically canon. Let's make some amends. I made some promises a few episodes ago saying we'd get back to these status cards, these profiles, and well, I never went back to them. So we're finally gonna go over them. Starting with Mamodxx. She's 11 years old, 5th grade. I hope Barry reads that over and over again so he realizes the things he's saying. I like how her dislikes is just frozen food. It says, no more, please. She's so sick of microwaving with Mamorin. Poor Mamodxx. And besides Mamodxx, we got Yashiro. What's up, Yashiro? He's only 19 years old. I thought he was going to be like 26. He's younger than Kiria. I would have never seen that. But I guess because he was a kid 5 years ago in the opening cutscene, it makes sense. I like how his likes are training and then his dislikes are nothing. When in reality, now that we know him, now that we've gone through all of his stories and gone through the entire main story, we know that Yashiro does not like one thing. And that's the power of friendship. He hates the power of friendship. I feel like he dislikes a lot of things. I feel like his dislike should be fun. That'd be good. Anyway, enough with the profiles, we're getting into the New Game Plus stuff. So basically, while I was playing through the game on the file that I created for this playthrough, I was also going through New Game Plus on the file that I had completed from my stream series when this first released. And this team is not as well equipped as my new team because I was speeding through the game on this file, so it's not as optimal. But that's okay, we're going to make it work. I got myself to level 99 for everyone. Very quick and easy, thanks to the XP grinding dungeon. It's a blessing. But first, we're going to do this cool side quest that isn't really necessary, but I like doing it because it has a little cool reference at the end. Basically, we have to go through every dungeon in the game and fight this one specific enemy. I guess I should actually say enemy type because they're all different individuals, but you get what I'm saying. We have to fight like 6 of them and then bring it back to the Grandmaster who gave us the quest in the first place, and then we get to fight them. So let's go fight these bad boys. Now that we have all those done, we're returning to the first dungeon to confront the Grandmaster. And he wanted to fight us. Now, the whole entire big cool reference with this story that no one really talks about is that the name Grandmaster is definitely 100,000% a reference to Robin from Fire Emblem Awakening, because Robin, their tactician class, promotes to Grandmaster. And on top of that, this is the only enemy in the game, I believe, that uses Thoron, which is like Robin's signature move. So this is just 1000% Robin, and that's a really cool reference. I just wish they had a cooler Mirage, or they just looked cooler, or they looked like Robin. That would have been nice, but it's fine. We got a subtle nod to Robin. I'll take it. The only other New Game Plus stuff I have to show is the Super Boss. To get to the Super Boss, you have to do a few side quests for this ghostly goo thing that shows up in the arena. And they're the Super Boss, technically. They're a giant magical dragon, supposedly. It sounds kind of familiar. Let's try fighting them. Well, this looks awfully familiar. This is Medius, like M-Deus. So it's just Medius. It's just Medius. This is the super boss of Tokyo Mirage Sessions. It is essentially a green version of the final boss. It's cool. I've never beaten them. In fact, this is actually my first time attempting to fight them ever. And surely it'll go well. Well, I tried, and I showed you the super boss, and I'm not gonna try and sit here for hours and figure out a strategy, because that's gonna take a very long time. And on top of that, I mentioned that this file isn't as well built as my new file. Maybe if I did New Game Plus on my new file, and then got my way all the way back here, then maybe I would stand a chance, but this one I stand no chance, unless I grind more and build my skills optimally, so I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna beat him. Someday I'll beat him on my own time, but not for this series, I'm sorry. I hope you weren't all hoping that I would do this. I would beat this, because no sirree, not me. That's all the New Game Plus I wanted to show you, so let's jump back to the plot and finish up this bad boy. The world is back to normal. No more giant dragon. So this is the final chapter of Tokyo Mirage Sessions. It's the goodbye chapter. You just go around and talk to all your friends that you've traveled with for the past 2 weeks, it feels like. I guess we've gone through two time skips, so technically it's been more than 2 weeks. It's been like 3 weeks. Honestly, I'd love to just cover these goodbyes, but they're really generic. Each person you go to just recaps the story and their personal journey, and it usually has Itsuki charming every woman. I'm gonna have to question that Mamodxx one, that's kinda sus. Persona games typically end with these kind of sections, and they're super emotional in those games. But it just doesn't hit the same in this game for some reason. Like, I really do love this cast, and they're lovely and fun. It's such a generic goodbye, you know? I don't know. It's a bit of a letdown. I shouldn't complain too much, because overall this game is still a very good game. You know, it definitely has some missed potential in some parts, and it doesn't hit the mark every time, but it's still just really fun and really good, and has a lovable cast. It's great. It's great. We finally talked to everyone, and it's time to end the game. Going into the Bloom Palace for the end of our story. All the Mirages are here, just awkwardly lined up, waiting for us. Very strange. But it's time for them to return to their own world. Once again, this would be emotional if these Mirages were relevant for more than the last 10 hours of the story. Why were they only relevant then? They were just in the background the entire game. It's fine. I still absolutely love the design of these Mirages. I love their inclusion. I just wish it was executed better. It's not the worst execution, but there was just a lot of lost potential. But again, it doesn't ruin the game for me. It's still a great game. Please play this game if you haven't. It's so good. I'll see you all in the sequel. I can finally visit the Bloom Palace without anyone calling me Big Brother. Oh, it's so nice. So far this episode I've been a bit negative on the game, but I'm gonna be positive because I love when games do this, or just even movies. When movies do this, that's so cool. It just shows where the characters are now, and I love that. So like we have Tsubasa here, and she won various awards, starting with Rookie of the Year. She's become such a big idol. She's a legendary idol, actually. And she's just gonna keep becoming a better and better idol, and I think that's really rad. Let's go, Tsubasa, make some more bangers. And then we have Toma, who went on to just direct, write, and starred in his own superhero movie. He probably starred the Marvel Cinematic Universe, except it's like the Jump Oga Cinematic Universe, so it's the JOCU, Joku. But he also got Riku to co-star with him, which is awesome. Sequel bait, sequel bait, sequel bait. Kirya has brought a new trend to the world. being cool and cute. And because of this, she's become an international star. People go on twitter.com and just post fan cams of her because she's so big. And she also coined the term kako kawaii, which is cool and cute, I believe, in Japanese. So that's neat. Ellie's movie with Tarantino, Arrow of Destiny, became a box office hit worldwide, and she became a huge superstar, international fame. But she's always found back in Japan with her boyfriend Itsuki. Mamodxx is pure because basically she becomes a singer, which is what she wanted the entire game. Also, the media dubs her Japan's granddaughter. Yeah, I don't like that. I feel like Barry really feels that, and I don't like that. Someone less pure, though, Yashiro. Basically, he took it upon himself to head a production of The Pilgrimage of Heinrich, which was supposedly his father's final production. I don't think this is said anywhere in the game, and if it is, it's just probably 1 or 2 lines in the entire game out of the 50,000 lines, so I'm sorry if I don't know it. And he keeps being Yashiro. He continues being a star. Good for you, King. And then there's Barry Goodman. He went on to go reform his band. Not Megadeth, but Terrordeath. Yep, and they became an anime band. And he loves Mamori. Next. I don't know why we got a card with Tiki, even though we just saw her goodbye, basically. But it's still pretty cool, because it said that when she returned to her world, she held a concert in Arcanea, the Fire Emblem world, where she sang, "This world isn't an illusion," like her best song. So it's cool that she's putting on concerts in Arcanea. Thumbs up. As for Maiko, she stepped down from Fortuna Entertainment as president, and she began focusing on her modeling career again. The media has dubbed her everyone's big sister. Why? I guess she's not the president anymore, No more girl bossing it up. As for Itsuki, the man who has just hid in the background the entire game, the moral support, I guess. He barely sang, he barely danced, barely did anything, and now he is the president of Fortuna Entertainment. How is he the president? Isn't he still in school? What happened to school? This game still never fully addressed that. Come on! I wish I was the president of a company at the age of 18. Okay, well, I take that back. I wish I had the salary of the president of a company at the age of 18. Congratulations, Itsuki. You did it. You grew as a character, I guess. Well, this is the end. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for being here. I'll leave you all with Itsuki's first song, which I personally wasn't a fan of at first, but I've come around to it. It's called Smile Smile.
一つになれる。そしてスパイスパイ声上げて歌い続けて、きっと心躍り出す。また通じ合える。いつかまた涙流す時が来たら、いつも思い出せるようにこの歌を刻もう。もっとスパイスパイ顔を上げて笑ってみせて、きっと心軽くなる。また歩き出せる。いつかまたここで会える。その時までもっと輝けるように今胸に誓ってこの歌を歌おう。ララララララララララララララ
Thanks for everything.